Hello everyone, welcome to another one of my YouTube videos. In this video, we'll discuss 9 books every senior engineer must read and also why they must read it. Not just what you must read, but also why this book will help you as a senior engineer. And all of these books are linked in the description, so if you want to go get any of them, just feel free to click any of those links. And yeah, let's get right into it. The first book is obviously Clean Code. This is by Robert Martin, and this one provides timeless principles, stood the test of time, of writing code that is not only functional, that not only works, but is also clean, maintainable, and elegant for others to be able to read your code and understand your code. Now, why is this important for senior engineers? So, senior engineers are often a role model in influencing their teams, setting up the standards for their software, and instilling a culture of craftsmanship that software is an art, not just a tool to make a business run, right? So in order for projects to be maintainable in the long run, senior engineers are responsible for making sure that happens. So that's why you must read and understand this code so you can do that duty effectively. Next is Design Patterns, Elements of Reusable Object-Oriented Software. So this book contains common software design pattern for making, software scalable and maintainable through proven design patterns, specifically object-oriented design patterns to solve problems, right? And again, why is this important? Similar reason, senior engineers are responsible for software architecture, and this book imparts a deep understanding of design patterns, which allows you to architect scalable systems and apply the proven solutions or patterns to common problems, right? So when you encounter a problem, you can think of it as something similar to one of these patterns or a combination of patterns and apply the solution accordingly. Next is Refactoring, Improving the Design of Existing Code. This is by Martin Fowler. So this teaches you techniques to take a monolith or legacy code base and improve its design so that you can ultimately add new features or evolve the system from the present state. And why is this important for senior engineers? It's because senior engineers often need to deliver software on existing code bases. You won't be building new things for every project, right? So this book allows you to get the skills that help you revive those code bases and restructure them so it's easier to change based on what your project needs so that you can deliver the project quickly with high velocity. Next is The Pragmatic Programmer, Your Journey to Mastery. So this book provides tips to software design and debugging and coding that are practical. It's more of a mindset of, you don't have to be perfect as long as you continuously improve, because ultimately that's what happens or you need in the industry where you're running a business, right? So senior engineers need to know this because they're responsible for solutions to ambiguous problems, and oftentimes if you try to be perfect, you won't reach anywhere. So being pragmatic and practical helps you navigate that complexity and deliver practical solutions, easily adapt to changing needs, and deliver projects in an evolving environment, which is what the industry is full of. Next is Clean Coder, which is a conduct for professional programmers, and this is by Robert C. Martin as well. This book has in it like how to be professional, how to be ethical, and how to really communicate as a professional software engineer things that and you bring to the table, right? So sometimes the deadline is too tight for a project, and you have to professionally communicate that. So this book really focuses on conduct and communication in the workplace. And the reason this is important for senior engineers is because they are responsible for interacting with multiple stakeholders. You have product, other engineers, other teams. Sometimes you have to resolve conflict, collaborate with others, and even mentor other junior engineers. So you deal with a lot of different people and situations. And so this book becomes more important so that you can understand the non-technical skills for you to be effective, such as professionalism, ethical conduct, communication, right? Next is designing data intensive applications, the big ideas behind reliable, scalable, and maintainable systems. So, this book is undoubtedly one of the best system design books out there. And this really lays out the foundational principles of designing, big data intensive applications. And it covers like databases, distributed systems, scalability, and it starts from a very basic level, which is just one computer, one hard disk, one RAM, and adds problems from there, and helps you understand what problems need what type of solutions to scale up. And this is again important for senior engineers because we are responsible for designing distributed systems, weighing trade-offs, making technical design decisions like databases, fault tolerance, and this book really provides you the foundation knowledge, like the basic kind of algebra of system design, so that you can use that to apply to your practical problems. Next is System Design Interview by Alex Su. And although this is a interview guide or interview book that uses interview questions, the insights from this book are really useful because they cover a lot of different problems that will apply to the problems you solve as a senior engineer, like distributed systems, scalability, making trade offs. All these things are covered on problems that likely match something you're solving. Like, the interview book might ask you to create a booking reservation system, but if you think about it, a booking reservation system is very similar to a lot of other systems that company might be building, like ticket reservation or venue reservation, or you can map it to a lot of different business problems. And so this book allows you to you know draw patterns that solve common design problems and tackle them in a structured manner. So that's why, as senior engineers, since we are responsible for designing architectures for business problems, this book helps improve your architecture decision making, mentoring other people, trade offs, and it really provides you patterns for common design problems, right? So, and having this in a structured manner also helps you improve communication and mentoring because now you can communicate this structure in a simple and effective way to other people around you. Next is this book called Building Evolutionary Architecture Supporting Constant Change. Again, this is about how to evolve systems and evolve architectures over time so that they can adapt to change and become resilient, scalable, and support innovation, right? And why is this important for senior engineers? Because senior engineers are responsible for designing architectures for business problems, which means that you often have to enhance and evolve existing systems. And a lot of times the business problems are very big and ambiguous, and you need the architecture to evolve iteratively to solve that need in phases, right? Maybe the first phase you only do this much, and then you evolve it to another phase, and so on, right? You don't do everything in a big bang, right? So this book provides you the skills to be able to do that, break down problems, and build architectures that can evolve even if you're working on a legacy system. Finally, there's domain driven design, tackling complexity in the heart of software. So, this is basically more on domain driven design principles, which means that you build your and model your systems according to real world business domains. And this is important for senior engineers because they're responsible for deep understanding of the business domain and making sure that they reflect that real world understanding in their software architecture and modeling so that everyone is able to understand what they're building. And this book provides the skills to make sure you can model your technical solutions in line with the business domain and the real world intricacies. So, yeah, those were the 9 books. All of them, again, are linked in the description. So, please check them out. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.